Chris Evans is a massive Hollywood heartthrob. He has been talking about losing his virginity. Why do people think he is a virgin? I think he loses his virginity. Chris says it was one of the best years of his life. Why Captain America's writers are convinced Chris Evans' hero lost his virginity. While the implication of a casual one-night stand doesn't sound too surprising in the modern era of nightclubs and dating apps, the attitudes to premarital sex were totally different in the early 20th century. Going back to 2011's The First Avenger, Steve Rogers met the love of his life, Peggy Carter, only to be left stuck in the ice for decades, preventing the two from sharing their promised dance. After years of heroism in the modern world and one brief kiss with Peggy's niece Sharon, with the obvious exception of Playboy Tony Stark, the MCU tends to avoid giving its heroes many romantic partners. However, two of the writers behind the character have offered their perspective on when the hero initially lost his virginity. Did Steve Rogers lose his virginity? In a recent interview, Kevin Polloi, the writers behind the Captain America trilogy, Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely revealed when they believe Steve Rogers lost his virginity. McFeely concluded that if you look like that and are traveling city to city while signing autographs as Rogers did during the first Avengers USO2, then it probably would have happened at some point. Marcus went on to make clear that while Chris Evans' Captain America may be occasionally presented as a prude, he's not a choir boy, he's a WWII veteran. It remains unclear whether Rogers engaged in any further premarital activities following his time on ice, but there is little evidence to suggest he did. Throughout his 12 years living in the modern world, his only romantic engagement shown on screen was his kiss with Sharon Carter during Captain America: Civil War. The scene clearly implies that it was the first moment of passion shared between the two, but anything could have happened in the 2 years between her debut in The Winter Soldier and their kiss in Civil War. No matter what may lay in his past, Avengers Endgame ultimately revealed to fans that the retired Avenger went on to spend his life with Haley Atwell's Peggy Carter.